What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Young Ange, and we are back here for another special reaction video to One Piece chapter 1120. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I'm gonna turn off this machine that's going down here. And yes, in the last chapter, we managed to have the giant. The Iron Giant has returned. I've been seeing around town that people are going by the name of Emeth for him. See, I couldn't tell what was happening in the parentheses. It looked as though some it was a memory of him having a conversation. I couldn't decipher it, but what I got from it was that there was a memory of him, unless it was like Joy Boy who was talking to Emeth, but it's like it's that time. Someone was saying essentially saying it's that time. And so was trying to decipher that. It looks as though he managed to come back and give Saint Warcry a punch that possibly took him out, or at least broke its horn. We do recall that Luffy wasn't able to get damage in like that, even in Gear 5. So it's interesting to see like what is it potentially made out of, because obviously it's not a devil fruit that the machine that the Iron Giant happened to, or Emeth, I guess, happened to take, because he was obviously at the bottom, not the bottom of the ocean, but he had fallen down fairly far actually. But as you guys know, like the giant is truly giant as opposed to even just the giant. So like he's towering even over uh the giants coming from Elbath. So that was like the major piece that happened in the last chapter there. Let's jump inside this one, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter, as well as what your reaction was to it, what your hypothesis or theories are going forward. As y'all know the deal. So let's jump inside this chapter reaction. So chapter 1120, we have Denjiro. Oh, so the chapter, did they give the title? Where is the chapter? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, I'm literally on the page. We have Denjiro here with a bunch of kids. So Yamato bumped into Denjiro. She said, "Only child." So the caption is "Only child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 10. Kids getting put in timeout by the daimyo of Kibi Denjiro." Okay, so all these kids are on timeout. They were causing trouble. He's got them in a net basket, my guy. I guess he was like a sensei prior to, right? So it kind of makes sense. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Yamato, though. Well, hopefully, she's going around town. They probably are gonna have a great conversation as to what happened. But he's still smiling, and it looks like a pure one this time. They could have a very good conversation as to what happened, with Kaido and just Wano as a whole. So Big Brother Oda says, "I got a Rayquaza summon slider kit. I've already sampled the." I thought you were talking about Pokemon. "I got a Rayquaza summon slider kit. I've already sampled the cold noodles it serves. Something this elegant can't be under the radar." I really thought you were talking about Pokemon. Anywho, ooh, we're getting a flashback. 26 years ago, Punk Hazard. Oh, and the title of the chapter was Atlas. So 26 years ago, Punk Hazard, a genius in his prime. So this looks like, I was thinking, not the cat. What was his name? The one that Jinbei fought. Um, that was a part of PC's here. "I implore you, Vegapunk, please aid us in our." It's not Caesar. Oh, maybe Sanji's dad. Probably Sanji's dad. Um, Judge. Maybe judge from the. I'm looking at the mustache here. I'm guessing judge. Please aid us in our research. It is imperative that we study the void century. Okay. The world's history can't remain shrouded in darkness. Our research, I'm trying to figure out what the horns. Our research requires expertise in numerous fields. I work for the government now. I can't afford to leak my findings. Grow, will? Oh, growl. Growl. So, is that the dragon that? That's fire. He was chilling with dragons back then, just casually. So, is that the dragon that Zoro ended up cutting the head off of? Like, did it grow into that dragon? How many times have they caught you anyways? Open your eyes. Can't you see why they keep letting you go free? So they're talking about Clover. So he's talking to Clover right now. Did Clover have his own dragon too, or is that the same one? No, it might be the same one. They're hoping you flush out your allies. Stand down. Let the past remain shrouded. You won't find the answer to good and evil in a bunch of old stories. Interesting. I once knew someone who carried a D in their name. He was killed right in front of me. We grew up together. He was my big brother. I wonder if it was just like a consider. Ooh, I wonder who it was. I wonder who it was. So Rob is Robin a D? My real name. He's like, but how? Why would he put it that way? I once knew someone who carried a D in their name. My real name is Clyom D. Clover. We were only friends. On that day, I lied to save myself. Tell me, how am I meant to accept a world where you can die just for having the wrong name? That's a good point. So Clover was a D, but Clover and Robin weren't family. Clover was a D. That's crazy. Oda's hitting a big reveal right now. That's wild. History will only continue to be suppressed, and the people will never know. I'll forget about what you just told me, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Do your best to stay safe. Vegapunk. So even Vegapunk had turned his back on Clover. That's what hurt so badly. Hold on. So Clover knew the ancient he didn't know he knew how to read the ancient tablets. He didn't know the ancient history. He was able to study the plant. He did study the universe of One Piece, and he had a D in his name. But he doesn't know why he died. He doesn't know why his brother died. Okay. The voices of the past call out to you. Just wait. I'll solve this puzzle, and when I do, you won't be able to ignore them. 22 years ago, did you hear the news from the West Blue? O'Hara came face to face with a buster call. The first one was 27 years ago. 26 years ago. So 26 years ago, and then 27 years ago, 26 years ago, Clover went to Punk Hazard to speak with Vegapunk 22 years ago. So a 4-year difference between this moment and when the Buster call happened. Take a look. It's the biggest massacre ever. And Caesar's loving this. They finally got that archaeologist Clover. That's what happens when you look into the void century. No one's gonna make that mistake again. Right. So no, he wasn't. Was he an apprentice? Yeah, Caesar was an apprentice to Vegapunk. I implore you, Vegapunk, or it looks like some brat survived. You must have had a chance to escape, Clover. So all the books and everything. You chose death. You chose death. Was passing on your research that important? You fools. So like he's I guess that like Vegapunk kind of inherited Clover. Well, no, we knew that, but like Vegapunk inherited Clover's will. You fools, did you really expect someone to be curious enough to follow in your footsteps after this? So Vegapunk was not even nearly close. Vegapunk was truly about the what was he about back then? Right? So at that point, he wanted money to conduct experiments essentially. So I'm trying to figure out the timeline right now because this moment here where he's flowers and whatnot, this happened before he saw Dragon. Like I'm trying to picture the timeline when him and Dragon had that conversation what looks to be the same spot of O'Hara. Um so he did not have an interest in the void century. He didn't care about a lot of those things. So he changed a lot. He had a lot of growth in the story as well because he did not care about the void century. He didn't want to go down that road. He's like, you're not gonna find any answers. But it's funny enough, like a lot. I just learned a couple things yesterday about how there's in real life the technology of today in some timeline of the past was already existing. The whole concept of like the pyramids and frequencies and water when it comes to frequencies, sunlight, like Oda did a lot of homework when it comes to One Piece because a lot of this stuff is real life. So, I'm getting off track a bit, but it's fascinating to see what they meant. It's fascinating to see how Oda has correlated the real life. Like there is in real life essentially a void century, which is interesting. Someone once told me that the voices of the past call out to you. History is written by the victors. That's a fact. And the words of the vanquished are oh this is a broadcast going. This is the broadcast back. Oh shit. Okay, so this is the broadcast speaking right now. Someone once told me that the voices of the past call out to you. History is written by the victors, and the words of the vanquished are usually cast into a deep, dark ocean. That being said, their truth can still come to light if the oppressed carry it on their backs and endure. The truth can still come to light if the oppressed carry it on their backs and endure. So that's Robin. That's that like Robin. That's Robin's life right now. You know what I mean? That's Robin's life right now. For my part, I am leaving this to the world. Hey, what are you doing? Who's that? Hurry and blast off. It's no good. We can't. The old centaur is gonna keep attacking. The old centaur. He just got punched though. We're finished if he does. The ship can only fly for a kilometer. If the geezer disrupts our trajectory even a little, we won't make it. Oh, this okay, I guess yeah, that's a centaur. So right now they're talking about Denju is it Denju? No, Nusjuro. So right now they're talking about Nusjuro. Because if he manages to land an attack even slightly, or if they twist it, like it messes them off completely. The wind's blowing north, and that's reducing our lift. So it's blowing out. So they're heading south, reducing our lift. Any further jolts will make us fall shorter. Will fall short of our projected landing zone. According to my calculations, if we miss the ocean, our damages will be critical, and we have to get rid of him first. What? What? The Atlas turn on. Why did you do that, Lilith? Okay, so Lilith is using her head right now. Okay, so Lilith is saying everything that can go wrong with the plan. Here is, here's the downfall of things taking place if things don't go right. Make it go right. Like make it go right. Even if they take damage, whatever the case may be, the Straw Hats will deal with worse. You know what I mean? Leave it. I'll leave her in your hands. Huh? Take off. I'll make sure you make it in one piece. What are you talking about? Lilith Lilith's access has been severed. Oh, and that's genius of Atlas as well. Because if York is paying attention or listening, and she's on the servers essentially, she's saying that Lilith's access has been severed. It's because she's unconscious. Atlas is only one left. So as long as Lilith is safe, Vegapunk can live on. And that's funny. That's probably because that's the first one we were introduced to. So Vegapunk from now on will be Lilith, and Vegapunk from now on will be Lilith because York is about to die. I'm pretty sorry. Atlas is gonna die, I'm sure, and or sacrifice herself, and York, they're gorosei gonna keep York around. So that's what I'm predicting right now. Take Lilith inside Zoro. Got it. Atlas. You've gotta explain. Let's go, Jinbei. Jinbei, we'd regret it if we hesitated now. Do it, Brock. Right away, Zoro-san. Coop the purse. Coop the so then Nurojuro? Nusjuro just took out Atlas's arm. He's just being a distraction. Oh, so took out the one arm, switched sides, and is gonna push Nusjuro back as far as possible. It's not that he has strength. It's not his thing isn't strength. His thing is a crazy ass cut move, right? Isn't like I don't think she's gonna go like the amount of force that Atlas has isn't going to be um the amount of force that Atlas has by pushing right now, it can't be stopped by Nusjuro. Code the burst. This broadcast of mine was Luffy even on there? I don't remember Luffy getting on the ship. Did he get on the ship? He managed to get on the ship? Well, I'm praying that this message gets transmitted safely. Vice, Admiral, Vice Admiral Hound, sir. What is this? There is a snake, a boar, a bird, and now a robot. Where did these giant creatures come from? Yeah, where's the robot? Is that the robot there? Or is this the robot? Okay, so they're in different places right now. Luffy is getting away on the Elbaf ship, is getting away with the giants, versus the Straw Hats are getting away with the boat. So Luffy is kind of taking a detour in a sense. I honestly don't have the faintest idea. It's the huge robot, an Iron Giant. Maybe the Iron Giant was the version of the Iron Clan beforehand, a version of the Giants beforehand. Joy Boy, I'm happy we got to meet again. Luffy actually looking like a boy in this and right now in this panel. Oh, that looks like one of the gorosei. That looks like Saint Jupiter. Over here, you. I realize it would be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. I came like before. I came like before. Your enemy is my enemy. So this your enemy is my enemy. I came like before. So this is a giant talking. Joy boy over here. You and he hears it talking. He obviously hears it talking. I wonder if it's only he can hear it talking. His fists are crazy. I came here before. Like this is like a menacing giant right now. Your enemy is my enemy. I am glad I can fight for you again, Joy Boy. You can talk? That's so cool. I will protect you. We must pound them to dust. I will protect you from danger, Joy Boy. It seems Vegapunk's speech is all over. Let's go. Straw Hat. Is he a friend? Not really. He was saying something about protecting some guy called Joy Boy. Who even is that? It talked. We didn't hear a thing. Whoa, really? That's what I figured. Enough chit chat. Shoot, we can't let them get away. Yes, ma'am. So they're shooting at them. I say. So the Iron Giant is about to take on both Goroseis, but at least it's a distraction. So we have Atlas who took on Nusjuro. Then we have the Iron Giant who's going to take on Warcury and Jupiter. Enough chit chat, but I think we should be able to But I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn about the past from every perspective possible. I only wish I had more time. But there are those who cannot be stopped. Ka-ching! And so this thing is roaring. It's oh no, he's about to fire something. It's ready to fire. What's gonna come out? So Sanji and Frankie are geeking out. So okay, so Sanji, Frankie, Luffy, and I think it's just them three. I guess it's probably just them three that are together, which is very interesting. If considering the ancient weapon that Frankie can create and Sanji's connection to the what are they called? Not Seraphim. What is it? Seraphim? It starts with an L. I forget. I'm forget what's King's name. King the Wildfire. What's his name? King is a Lunarian. I'm like, it starts with an L. I couldn't remember the name for me. Lunarian. All right. So it's gonna fire. Uh-oh. What? Watch out, robot. Did he stop it with one hand? Oh, so he tried to fire with his left, but he ended up going with his. He ended up catching the thing with his right, and it's shocked. Whoa, robot! It seems the last 900 years have rewarded those weapons inoperable. So he used to have weapons included back in the day. Peter, crush them where they stand. Peter, crush them where they stand. End this transmission once and for all. So Saturn back at it. Oh, wow. Saturn managed to get all the way to, so okay, so yeah, right, because he's telling him to get off the thing. Saturn managed to get all the way to the ship. That's crazy. Kuma, Bonnie, huh? That's the Sunny, and hold on tight. We're coming down. Are we gonna make it? So you mean to make a grand sacrifice of yourself? Damn, she got him. Nah, I'm just lending a hand. So Lilith, so so she set off a bomb on top of that to really slow down Nusjuro. 25 years ago, the Pirate King Goldie Roger, we're gonna make it, achieved the unprecedented by by circum excuse me achieved the unprecedented by circumnavigating the globe. It only worked because of you, right, Atlas? I have no doubt they heard the whole thing. Atlas signal is gone. It's finally happened. He lost a piece of his face. I'm the last vegapunk. No, not quite. We have let you say far too much, Stella. Indeed. So Warcry and Warcury and Jupiter are about to attack the Iron Giant again. Oh my, I have really rusted away. That's what Emeth is saying right now. He's like, I've really rusted. So what did he happen to his arm? Oh, did his arm just blow up when he tried to use the attack? Because I don't think he got attacked. This is the time you spoke of, right, Joey Boy? Can I use it? There's a time? Bzz. They must have heard the voices of the past from the purest source pot. They must have heard the voices of the past from the purest of all possible. I'm confident you have all come to the same conclusion at this point, and anticipate, I anticipate that is what will ultimately determine how things transpire in the future. Wait, what was that? Did you say Goldie covering colors right next to you? A visionary emissions the future. Okay, so we gain. That's like a major cliffhanger. That's a major cliffhanger. I don't feel like we got an ending. Right. Because a lot of people. Hold on. Vegapunk, did you even give us anything a second ago? 25 years ago, Gold D. Roger. Because the thing is, depending on how you look at it, right? Because most people thought of him or know him as Gold Roger. Because people know that's it. That's a fact. That's a fact. As the audience reading, we know he's Gold D. Roger. But to the pirate world, still, he is Gold Roger. That's crazy that I haven't thought about that. We haven't thought about that for a long time. We knew since what is it? Like ever since we realized that the D in the name was significant, right? There's a D in his names, right? So we're gonna make it. Uh, 25 years ago, Goldie Roger achieved the unprecedented by circumnavigating the world. I have no doubt they heard the whole thing. But what's heard what though? What did he say before that? But there are those who cannot be stopped. Okay, I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn about the past from every perspective possible. I only wish I had more time, but there are those who cannot be stopped. An example of those who cannot be stopped is 25 years ago, Goldie Roger achieved the unprecedented by circumnavigating the globe. I have no doubt they heard the whole thing. Um, oh my, they have heard the whole thing. I am confident you all have all come to the same conclusion at this point, and I anticipate that is what will ultimately determine how things will transpire in the future. Huh. I'm confident you have come to the same conclusion at this point. That how are they putting it? So what does he think? What a conclusion is he believing that people come to? The conclusion that something's gonna happen again, or Goldie Roger was like you could tell how things are supposed to go based off Goldie Roger. Like, let me start from the beginning. Let me read just Vegapunk's text because, like, I'm trying to grasp. So Vegapunk, he's at, he's trying to what the Punk Hazard, Clover dies. I implore you, Vegapunk, you must have had a chance to escape. You chose death. You chose death. Was passing on your research that important? You fools, did you really expect someone to be curious enough to follow in your footsteps after this? And the thing was, Roger ended up having to explore the past. Um, how Caesar put it, like it's pointless to go look. It's pointless to study the void century. That's what serves them right. That's what happens when you look into the void century. No one's gonna make that mistake again. And okay, right. So O'Hara is O'Hara is before Roger found the One Piece. After Roger found the One Piece, so everyone is scared to. Anyone who knows about the Void Century is scared to look into the Void Century just because of what happened to O'Hara. However, that the voices of the past calls out to you. History is written by the victors. So the Gor the not Gor yeah the Navy, Gorosei, Emu, and all them, they are the victors, so they wrote the history. And the words of the vanquished are usually cast into a deep dark sea, right? So O'Hara, and it was everyone except for Roger. The truth got left behind. That being said, the truth can still come to light if the oppressed carry it on their backs and endure. So that's Roger in this case. Where you like not just Robin but Roger. For my part, I'm leaving this. For my part, I'm leaving this to the world. So skip. Let's get to Vegapunk again. I don't think he had any dialogue. Okay, this broadcast of mine, I'm praying that this message gets transmitted safely. I realize it would be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. So what he's saying, so this is Vegapunk right now is kind of pulling a Roger, right? I realize it would be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. So he's saying he can't just put the future on um into the Navy's hands, right? He's saying he can't just give the Navy all this information because he doesn't know which side is good and which side is not. So I'm just gonna put all the information out there. I realized it would be foolish to blindly trust in a one-sided account of a 900-year-old battle. I came like But I think it should be. I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn from the past from every perspective possible. If I only wish I had more time. Okay, so in this line here, I think this is the key one. I think we should be able to scrutinize and learn about the past from every perspective possible. So by hearing all the sides of the past, this is what took place. One side was a victor. It was based off a difference of moralities, um, moralities. The what happened now on what happened now to the island Lulucia. What happened to Lulucia was due to myself as I work with the Navy, and it was a weapon of mass destruction. It was a weapon of mass destruction that currently still exists, and the Navy has it in their possession. I don't know why they have it in their possession. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but but as the people who are potentially supposed to protect, who was supposed to save this world, or be the leaders in protecting this world, we don't know what truly happens because something happened with Joy Boy that we can't exactly explain. We just know that it was a conflict of ordeals or beliefs. However, 25 years ago, Goldie Roger achieved what no one else could by getting the history and the information as well. I have no doubts they heard the whole thing. They must have heard the voices of the past from the purest source possible. So he's saying that he's saying that they got the answers. Obviously, Roger and them got the answers because Roger didn't fight the Gorosei. Roger didn't take the battle to the world government, right? Because that's interesting. Roger didn't take the battle to the world government. I am confident you have come to the same conclusion at this point, and I anticipate is that it will ultimately determine how things transpire in the future. Wait, did he say goal D? Right, because they don't realize that he's a goal D. Okay, so Roger, so what the conclusion is, Vegapunk is giving all the history of the world as much as he knows possible. He's giving all aspects of of the sides. This is who these are my experiences. This is my knowledge. Take with it what you will. And this is what's happened in recent times. This is what happened in the past times. This is what I've concluded the reason to being. And I still don't have enough information based off the origin of everything that started this to tell you who's good and who's bad. And from that, but to say who's good and who's bad, the only people who really technically could say that in a sense is Goldie Roger and his crew, because he did get the answers of the past, but he didn't go after the Gorosei, right? He didn't take down the world government. What Roger ended up doing, he actually had to work with he had to work with the Celestial Knights just to take down Zebek. So what the question is, I guess, where the question truly lies is, Zebek wanted to rule the world. And at the time that obviously Emu existed, but somehow Zebek ended up being the bigger threat than the Gorosei at that time, which is remarkable to think about. Roger was satisfied with eliminating Zebek as the ultimate. He ended up putting Zebek's Roger put Zebek as a primary target over the Gorosei in terms of, sorry, he was a bigger threat. Zebek is the biggest, is genuinely the biggest threat to the One Piece universe thus far. That is what I've concluded from this thing. This is what I've concluded from this chapter. That's crazy. Oh my god, guys, thank you for tuning in. I don't usually, dive in this deep to it, but there's a lot to go off of, and I was really trying to deep dive as much as possible as I can. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great day, has a great night. Enjoy the chapter. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. I'm hyped to see what transpires now, because that's what I've able to conclude. I've concluded based off everything that happened in this chapter. I'm being told that one, Zebek is the greatest. Zebek and potentially and eventually Blackbeard is the final villain of One Piece, because just I ain't gonna even get into the because I do actually want to make a second video today breaking down what my thoughts are about this chapter, and I look forward to it. But this was amazing. So really Zebek, so we lost Atlas, we lost or we might, or no, we didn't lose the Iron Giant. It sounded like he was gonna do something. He said, "Oh my, I have really rusted away. This is the time you spoke of, right, Joy Boy? Can I use it?" So I'm guessing he has like an atomic bomb or something like that caliber. That caliber, yeah. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'm excited for this for the next chapter and what the story has. I will see you guys in the next one. Love, peace, and good energy. All right. That's phenomenal.